Hello, Raymond here from BMS Accountants in Navan, County Meath. Recently, I had the pleasure of chatting with Minister of State for Business, Employment and Retail, Damien English. In what was a wide-ranging discussion, we chatted about all things SME and how the COVID restrictions have impacted on businesses, and some local issues too. In the first of 4 parts, we discussed the announcements from Taoiseach last week and on how the new restrictions might impact on your business. Thank you. Hello and welcome. My name is Raymond Gibbons from BMS Accountants in Navan, County Meath, and I'm delighted to be joined this evening for a discussion on all things SME related by Minister for Business, Employment and Retail, Damien English TD, and Parliamentary Assistant Linda Murray. Minister, many thanks for taking the time to talk to me this evening. I suppose the best place to start would be if you could provide us with an update on the easing of the COVID restrictions and the reopening of businesses over the coming weeks.
Raymond, thanks for having me on. It's great to be here and have a chance to engage with you and all the members. And certainly it's been very useful working with you over the last year through COVID, trying to reach out to all the various businesses and to respond to their needs, but also in the feedback around the various schemes that we have to try to be able to get them designed right for yourselves as well. So thanks again for the chance to engage tonight.
You're welcome.
Thankfully, from an SME point of view, and certainly from a retail point of view, May is a big change, and so some big steps this month, which is very positive that we've been working on for the last couple of months. So a couple of key things, because the COVID transmissions is under control, the case numbers were down low enough that we could begin the reopening. The vaccine program rollout is going well and having its effect on those who have it, as in it's giving them great protections. Hospital numbers are down and our ICU numbers are down. So that has enabled us to continue with reopening during May. I think a big thing for everybody is on the 10th of May, the lifting of the inter-county travel. Because from a business point of view, everyone now, their business is going way beyond county boundaries and they want to be able to reach all their customers directly if they can. But certainly it makes it life much easier for moving the people. And we know an awful lot of people will visit Navan at the weekends to spend money when it comes to various furniture and other aspects as well. So big plus there on the reopening that end of it. Today on the 4th, we have all construction is back at work now, because I'm aware that we have a lot of projects that have been stalled, be that government investment in our towns and villages here around the County of Meath, but also in many private projects outside of housing construction have been delayed and have suffered certainly over the last 4 months since Christmas with this lockdown, but even in the last year of COVID as well. So that's been a big knockback for them as well. I chair on the retail forum, and something that we discuss quite a lot with all the retail community here in County Meath, right throughout all our counties as well, is getting retail opened again and non-essential retail back open. It's been a major difficulty there, come at great expense and great cost to all those people who own those businesses, and they want to reach their customers and to re-go again. So next week on the 10th, we will see click and collect services along with shopping by appointment reopen, and that's, to me, is a game changer. A week later on the 17th, we will have full retail opening, which is really important to get people back trading again.
There was a view that perhaps when Taoiseach made the announcements last week that there was a bit more in that our reopening than was expected. There's a view that perhaps we might be opening up too fast. Would you have any concerns about that? There is a possibility of a third lockdown, or how will we manage all the businesses reopening, if you like, in such close proximity to each other?
I think overall we've taken a very cautious approach since Christmas with this. We all know what happened in December. Nobody predicted that. I mean, I engaged with many different companies as well as NEFID and Department of Health around predictions. Nobody saw what happened in the first week of January in terms of cases going to 6,000 or 8,000. The predictions were, worst case scenario after Christmas would be back at 1,000. But that went to 8,000 a day. So completely different, and different combinations happened that time, variants and so on. And in some cases we let our guard down. But I think this time we have re-engaged with the business community. We are reopening slowly, week by week. Yes, I engaged a lot with the business, would like to have been further down the line if I had this reopened in March. So here we are in May now. So I think our timing is right. It's cautious. It's too cautious for a lot of businesses. I accept that. We're under an awful lot of pressure. And that's why the supports will continue there as well. But I think we're getting this right. It is on the full advice of NEFID. It's in conjunction with all the major players feeding into this, a lot of research, a lot of evidence, but also with the intervals between each reopening stage, it gives us time to monitor the data. So we got schools back first of all, and we were able to track that. And we knew then that extra million people, movement of people, it didn't have a major impact on the numbers and spread of the virus. And all this probably is coming together because of the rollout of the vaccine program.
Speaking of hospitality and restaurants and other businesses that would employ part-time workers, the PUP, the pandemic unemployment payment, it was a great benefit to many during the pandemic. How are we going to engage with those employees to come back and work part-time, where effectively they would be working for less than what they were getting on the PUP?
Yeah, again, we recognise this. I mean, the PUP was a quick intervention, and it had to happen that way. It wasn't perfect. It did make sure that people had money in their pockets to be able to manage their household and look after their families.
Yes.
Unlike what happened 10 years ago, when people were left in a very, very bad financial situation and struggled. The PUP payment was essential. It wasn't perfect in how it was rolled out. Some ended up with more than they ever had. Others might have got a little bit less. There was changes made to it over the year to make it fairer, to reflect what you were earning in your previous occupation and in your previous job and the hours you worked. And again, we know it's in place as it is until the end of June.
Yes.
And there will be decisions made by Cabinet in late May around the future of the PUP payment and how to ease people back off that.
Yes.
But we're very conscious that for some, they'll need the PUP payments to continue because their job might not be available yet. And it would be a big drop to go right back down to the previous job seeker. So there's a happy medium there we have to work out. But also we're very conscious that businesses need their staff back too. Yeah. And so we'll be a very strong emphasis on going back to work and taking up your job when it's available again.
Yes.
I work as part of my work, and not just in the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment, I also work with Heather Humphreys in Social Protection. And we'll bring forward a document late May called the Pathways to Work. And in that will be a range of supports for businesses to take back employees, take people off social welfare or off the PUP payment. And likewise, there'll be some push and pull factors to encourage people who are on the PUP payment to get back out to work as well.